What's up? What it do, man? It's your boy, devthegamer, aka Player One. Welcome to another review. Today, gonna be doing a review of the game Foreclosed. So, if you like this type of video and these type of reviews, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more video game reviews, tech reviews, all of that. So, before I get into my breakdown of it, I always do my reviews, letting everybody know what platform I played it on and the specs of that type in that type of situation. So I played this via Stadia, and I also live streamed it. So there will be a link in the description to the playlist where you can watch the streams, the live playthrough of it. And I finished the game. Played this on Stadia, so I ended up playing Stadia on my HP laptop, EliteBook 8570W. And it ran pretty smooth. It ran pretty great. Not a lot of hiccups, you know what I'm saying? A little lag here and there, but not nothing detrimental to the gameplay where I couldn't function or I couldn't do something or I couldn't do a button input. Everything pretty much was working flawless. But yeah, that's the platform I was on. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it, starting with the art and graphics. So the art was pretty much dope. This game is pretty much dope. It has a cyberpunk futuristic style to it. It's a theme throughout the entire game. The graphics are good. They're not, super top notch and, oh man, look at this groundbreaking graphics. It looks so real. It has a comic book element to it as well. So therefore you get this cyberpunk futuristic comic book mix, and it helps with the storytelling of the game as well. And it makes for a dope visual to play when you play the game. It's a real dope visual. And speaking of the story, let's move into that. So in this game, you play as a man named Capnos who wakes up and he's just thrown in between violence and politics. What would have been a normal day is now a hunt for information and to clear his name from being tied to all the drama. He has a court date to go to as well, with strings being pulled from behind the scenes to stop him. He must trust those that may or may not benefit him to get himself in the clear. So, the story, it was, that's pretty much the story, you know what I'm saying? So you play as Capnos and you just go through the story. The game isn't that long, so don't expect, to be playing this and it's like super drawn out. The gameplay is actually, a few hours. So if you a casual gamer or a casual player and you just want to pick up and play something and, waste maybe 1-3 hours or something, if you got that amount of time, this is the game for you. It's a good place, a cool place. You can just pick it up. Oh, okay. It's not that long. So don't let the story or the breakdown of the story misguide you. Like, oh man, that sounds like it's gonna be a long, drawn out game. No. So with that being said, let's move on to gameplay and mechanics. So, because the game is being told and progresses as a comic book in a way, the gameplay is interactive and also cinematic. You control the direction of the story based on the choices and responses you choose. So that means, you'll get asked questions in the game or you'll have to respond and pick the response. So there's like a response in the game where like, do you listen to the person talking to you in your ear or do you not? And then you pick the response and then he goes about whatever way he does. So you could choose like the fate of the character pretty much. And that's a dope element to have in the game, which is really, really dope. And I found it to be cool because you could take it either way. You could get revenge, no revenge. You could do this or have him do that. You have a lot of choice in this game, which is a really, really good element to the game. You are also equipped with a gun and abilities to fight your way through the game. So you get 3 gun abilities and or perks, and you get 4 general abilities to use at any time in the game, and they're customizable to play how you want. So this means you get skill points and stuff in the game. You get skill points, you level up skill point, and you can unlock powers and abilities like telekinesis, that type of thing, charged up shots, shoot your gun faster, cooldown rate, a lot of the normal shooter type stuff. And you also, just get perks and you're able to do certain things. Like you can fry people's brains in the game. Actually, that's one of my favorite things to do in the game is just fry their brains. So there's stealth moments throughout this game where you have to approach it stealth, or you can go in guns blazing. You just have to find some cover. And, when you walk up and you get close enough in range, the prompt to come up, you just press the button and you fry their brain. It's the funniest, dopest thing ever. So most definitely, that's probably one of my favorite things about it, about the like the gameplay and the abilities you get in the game. So with that being said about the game, this game, it is a step up from the Ruiner. If you don't know what the Ruiner is another like cyberpunk futuristic type game. It's a top-down shooter. It's a top-down third-person shooter, and you're a dude, and I did a review on that. I'll put a link in the description to that as well. But it's a step up from that. But this game and Ruiner, they run into they have the same issues more or less. The story of Foreclosed could be fleshed out a little bit more instead of just waking up randomly all of a sudden and the day just goes to shit. Because that means we're just thrown in the middle of it, and we're just thrown in the middle of the game. So I was just like, okay, so we just wake up and now everything going to shit. We getting chased by people. My name is caught up in some shit and people trying to kill me. What did this dude do? Like, what is his job? There's no depth to the main character whatsoever outside of he's just caught up in some shit and everybody trying to kill him. So, the story isn't as fleshed out as it could be. Now, the stealth and puzzle segments, personally, I didn't find them that difficult, as I can figure it out, boom, get it out the way. But I have seen comments in this game or about this game where on other channels and doing research on this game and just looking at reviews where people said they've quit the game and or stopped playing because they couldn't figure out where to go or what to do when they got to a certain point in the game. So personally, for me, I didn't think the puzzles were that bad. I think any casual gamer or player would or could be able to get through it. But if you don't, I understand it, because even I at some point had to get on YouTube and figure out what it was or where I had to go due to like the color contrast, because the color of the game, everything was so blue and the blue was so dark. It was a hallway to the right at the point of the game I was at, and I was just like, yo, how do y'all expect me to see this? It's dark as all hell, and I done ran in here 600 times. Like, what is going on here? So, it's just, they made it a little too difficult, to a degree, and the color contrast of the game doesn't help at certain points of the game, so that's just, that didn't help it either. But, all in all, this game gets a 3 out of 5 from me. It's interactive and it's synonymous with the coming times of virtual reality in the digital space with the concepts throughout the game. So they mentioned the blockchain, which I think they were mentioning crypto or, just some type of digital concept of a blockchain. It was a part in there in the game where you had to like connect the nodes. So it was a lot of like virtual reality, crypto-ish, just digital space talk throughout the entire game. And I thought that was really dope because we know now that the metaverse is coming or is being built as I speak, and all these other things is happening, and that's synonymous with the current times of today. So I thought that was really dope as the concepts and some of the stuff that was in the game. So yeah, man. And that's going to be it for my Foreclosed review. If you like this review, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and I appreciate you if you made it this far into the video. More reviews on the way this year, and I'm going to catch y'all next time, man. Gone.